friend. Welcome to RoosterBrewster Games, where we play 1 Hour, 1 Life. What is 1 Hour, 1 Life? Well, it's this game right here. You're born as a baby to another player, and over the course of 60 minutes, you will live an entire lifespan. You'll see your character age, and hopefully contribute to the civilization that you are all building together before dying, and then probably getting reborn again. I'm going to be starting off here with the tutorial, just in case you've never played before and you want to see how the game mechanics work. I'm going to go to each of these little way markers right here. It's these little stones. I'll read the message, and we'll try to get through the tutorial together. Alright, here we go. You have not been born into the game yet. This is the tutorial. Click the left mouse button to walk. Alright. Full disclosure, real quick. Full disclosure, I do have a couple of mods added. You can easily get them on the workshop. There's only one I got off the workshop. It makes it possible for me to see the gender of my character because I do have the non-nudity mod installed since I'm putting these on YouTube. I don't know what the policies on YouTube, but I see most of the other YouTubers have this installed, so I figure I probably should too. I gotta get moving. I'm gonna die soon. I'm running out of food. This tutorial takes 15 minutes. You will learn cool stuff, and there are even some surprises hidden in here for you. You can skip the tutorial by walking through the door to the south. Fair warning, this works just like the real game. You can die in here if you're not careful. Come over here. Navigation is automatic, even around complex obstacles. Open the door, then click an onion to walk there and pick it up. I think I'm going to die. I did die. So this is actually a very valuable lesson. When I noticed I was about to die, I debated whether I should just start over. But I think it's important for you to see that you can die, and it's very easy. I was only playing for maybe a minute or two, and I already died of starvation. So keep that in mind. Find yourself some food, find it fast. We'll go over food in just a little bit, but I'm going to start over. I'm going to skip those few couple waystones because you kind of already read them. We'll get straight to the onion. Alright, here we go. I clicked on the door to open it, and now I'm just clicking over here. You can see it auto paths if you click somewhere far away. It even tells you what your path is going to be. Thanks to my mod, I can actually move with my keyboard a little bit. Starvation means certain death. Click an onion to pick it. Click yourself to eat, pick and eat more until you are full. Alright. There we go. I'm not quite full yet. This is a meh food. I'll explain that in just a little bit. Alright, I'm nice and full. Let's move on. Click and hold near the edge of the screen to keep walking in that direction. Useful for long journeys. Alright, clicking near the edge. Like I said, I got a mod installed that I can move with the keyboard, but I'm going to follow their instructions. Click the branch to pick it up. Click the rock up ahead to try using the branch on the rock. Alright. Here we go. No, nothing happens. The tab key pages through ideas. A branch isn't on the list of things that work on the rock. You can't see what they're talking about because of the mod I have installed. But if I bring up this, you should be able to see this kind of in the game if you're playing the base game. The only difference is yours will just be text. But if you press tab, you should be able to tab through ideas. But there are... Oh, no, here you go. No. Well, anyway, basically, if you have a list of things that can work when you click on an item, you can tab through the list and see what else they can do. We're going to skip through that part there. Getting hungry, right click on the empty ground tile to drop the branch. Already did it. I guess we'll eat this onion. This meh onion. Yeah. Okay. Make a sharp stone, take it with you. Alright, so you're going to take the stone here, and you're going to click on this big hard rock and make a big sharp stone. Moving on. This sharp stone's used with most things in the game. Used to make most things. Tab shows that a sharp stone works on many things. Control tab for bigger jumps. Z tab pages backwards. So that would be down here on the little list of things you can make. You're probably pretty hungry at this point. These are a bit harder to eat than onions. What they're talking about is you need a sharp stone to actually harvest this. If you don't, you can't take it. Same goes for this. So you get your sharp stone, smack it, smack it. There you go. You can eat these now. Take my stone with me. Yeah. So I can't eat right now because I'm full. But if I ate this right now, it would be, here, I'll show you. See how it says yum? The way it works is, if you've never eaten a food before, it's a yum food. Or if it's your craving. For example, if I've already eaten cactus fruit, because it's my craving, it would still be a yum food. Well, what's a yum food? Yum foods add more to your yum bonus, or to your food bonus. So what does that mean? I know, bear with me. So down here you got pips. These little pips are how full you are. You saw earlier when I died, when these run out, you die. The yum food give you extra pips. It's like a food bonus. That's what this number is right here. This it's going down slowly. Basically, when you eat a yum food, it adds extra based on your current yum bonus. So if I ate this onion right now, I would get, instead of just filling up my food bar, I would fill up my food bar and get extra yum bonus. Here, I'll show you. Ready? So I have 8 additional pips past the one you can already see. And my bonus went up to 3. So every time you eat a food that you've never eaten before, your bonus goes up. You're full longer, and you don't risk starving to death. That's probably the number one reason people die. You can die to animals and other players, but by and large, the most common reason to die is going to be starvation. Here, it even says right here, I know that's a little hard to understand. Just watch for the yum and meh above the food meter when eating. A mono diet is way less effective than a diet full of variety, but of course sometimes you have no choice. That's true, especially in these early stages. Make a basket, right-click the basket to put the sharp stone inside. Take the basket with you. The way you make a basket is you hit these reeds with a sharp stone, you combine them, you can put the sharp stone inside. And we'll, now we don't need to take any food with us. There's plenty where we're going. Hard to see, but there's a vertical door here. Click the door to open it. Watch for more vertical doors up ahead. All right. Drop the basket, then right-click to remove the stone. Put some of food in the basket to take with you. I'm actually not going to do that, and you'll see why in just a second. All right, here we go. Hold the space bar to freeze the camera while you work in one area. Now you can stoke the fire without fighting the camera. All right, so you saw how every time you move, the camera moves with you, kind of keeps you in the center. But if you hold the space bar and you move, it doesn't force the camera to move, which is pretty convenient. If you're just working in one like confined space or something like that, and you don't want the camera, gives you motion sickness, or at least it gives me motion sickness. So it wants us to stoke this fire. These are hot coals right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this kindling. I'm going to go and stoke the fire like it says. And there you go. Now, technically, I'm just supposed to grab my stuff and leave with the food I was supposed to get earlier. But there's actually a little secret over here. If you take this kindling out of the way and get this firewood here, this is actually used for a secret part of the tutorial that I will go over when we get to it. We'll just click the doors to open them. Release space to unfreeze the camera. It resumes moving automatically while you navigate. You guys saw that. Okay, let me go ahead and grab this burdock root right here. Like I said, I knew there'd be food. Your body blocks this box when standing near it. Hold X to click through yourself and other people. There you go, hold X. It's not working. Probably has something to do with the mod I have installed. You can consume food more slowly when your temp is in the middle. Stand by the fire to warm up. Too cold or too hot speeds up hunger. So my head's covering it right now, but there is a temperature meter down here. If you hover over it, you can see, look right here, you can see seconds per food pip 14.9. So what that means is that every 14.9 seconds, I lose one food bar. And again, you saw in the beginning, when it gets to 0, I die. So I better get moving. Walls and floors hold heat in larger areas. Close the door to stop the heat from leaking out. So if you go inside, here you go. I'm going to go ahead and hover again. Hover again. There you go. Seconds per food pip, 16.1. And then I have an indoor bonus of 16.4. So I am only burning through food about every 32 seconds, which is a significant increase. And it actually goes up. Now it's at 20.6. So you can see the indoor bonus stayed the same. But that first bonus is because I'm warm. I'm indoors. Because the door's closed, the heat is going up. Now, one thing to keep in mind, you can actually get too hot indoors. It's this giant fire over here. So like if I walk over here kind of away from that huge roaring fire, 21. My seconds per pip is going up because I'm not as close to, see, 22.3. If you get closer to the fire, it should drop significantly because I'm too hot. 19.4, you see what I mean? So that's something people don't keep in mind a lot. I see when they play in the game is you can't just stand right next to the big roaring fire, especially if you're like naked. You kind of want a nice balance. Being indoors in general will help you out, but again, but that only matters if you're in an 8x8 or smaller. I'm getting a little too advanced here. Suffice it to say, being inside makes you burn food slower. Having a fire also helps, but don't get too close. Moving on. Cold areas dramatically increase your hunger rate. Warm up here before crossing the snow. All right. Throw this down. I'm going to get dressed here. Looks like I might have taken too long. So there you go. Clothing reduces your rate of heat loss while holding clothes. Click yourself to put them on. Alrighty. Alright, moving on. Penguins are just cute. They don't do anything. That's gold. You can make a crown out of it. Or cause the apocalypse. Excessive heat can be just as dangerous as cold. Clothing can protect you from heat too. Alright, so it's protecting me from heat. So you come down here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it because of my head, but my heat meter just jumped up a lot. It would have jumped up way more if I didn't have clothes on. Press enter and type, and then press enter again to speak. You can say longer and longer phrases as you get older. I'm going to eat this math food because I am starting to get hungry. And there aren't a lot of options in this tutorial. Alright, so I'm going to say something like they said. So enter. Hello. I said hello. Press enter to speak again, or press up arrow and down arrow to cycle through previous phrases. Here you go. Enter, up arrow. I'm going to say hello again. Keep walking. Oh, you know what? I'm going to eat this onion. Meh. Say I am Jones to set your last name. Mouse over yourself to see your name. You got it. I am Rooster. I am Eve Roost. I guess Rooster. So just so you know, there's actually a list of names that you can pick. If the name you pick isn't on it, it's just going to pick whatever's closest. So apparently Rooster isn't on the list, but Roost is. Say you are Sally to set first name of your held baby. Try it later when you have a baby in the game. We do not have a baby, so we will move on. Hold the stone, say slash hatchet, and press enter to show only hatchet making steps with tab. Alright, holding the stone, bringing up this, slash hatchet. Alright, to show only hatchet making steps with tab. How do I make? Alright, so I'm going to take the sharp stone, I'm going to put it on the short staff. Honestly, I don't know if this is what you'd see with the base game, because I have a mod on. Say slash by itself to press enter to go back to the full unfiltered tab list. You got it. Okay, and then I put this down. And now if I pick this up, it'll just show me whatever I pick up. Press up arrow until you return to slash hatchet and enter to enable it again. Alright. And I'm back. And now I'm putting it back the way it was. Alright, I'm starting to get a little hungry again. I know it's meh. I don't got a lot of choices. The final challenge, make a hatchet to chop kindling get the fire going again, light the torch. Okay, you got it. So here's some hot coals. This is what they're talking about right here. I already know, I can tell you right now, there's a stone right here. And there you go. I'm going to make a little short staff. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to get some milkweed. And I'm going to get some more milkweed. And I'm going to put that together. This is flashing red. That is my mod. You would not be flashing red right now if you were playing the base game. So I'm going to take this rope, I'm going to tie it to this short staff, and I'm going to take this sharp stone and attach it to it. I now have a hatchet. So just so you know, the mod it's just quality of life stuff. It doesn't change the recipes or anything. So even in the base game, that is how you make a hatchet. Learn it, love it. It is very important for the game. So in order to leave the tutorial, technically what I'm supposed to do is hit one of these, make kindling, throw it on the coals, light this, it's called a long straight shaft. It's basically a matchstick. It's used for a lot of stuff actually, but right now we're using it as a matchstick. I touched it to the fire to light this torch, and there you go, tutorial complete. After you die, you'll start your next life. A deadly pit of rattlesnakes is provided for your convenience. So I could go in here and I could die to the rattlesnakes and finish the tutorial, but what they don't tell you is there is a secret extra tutorial for the pros. So that's why I brought this firewood. If you come over here, what I like to do is clear this out right here. Give myself a nice box. Top up on onion. Make some more rope. Right now, since I'm in here, might as well. Probably gonna take some more fire kindling. Are you feeling really lucky? Walk to the left for this door for hints. Oh, that's if you're stuck, not lucky. I'm not stuck. I beat the tutorial. But what I haven't done is beaten the tutorial plus. I know what you're thinking. What do you mean tutorial plus? I'm gonna show you. Because the game doesn't actually tell you that this exists, but it does. And it is right through this door down here. And I'm gonna show you, I just wanna kinda get a few supplies before I get there. There you go, I got a sharp stone, I got all of the rope I can find in here. I'm gonna get all of the kindling I can find in here. I can take, what can I take? I can take 4 things in here, so we'll get rid of the sharp stone because I know I'm going to have one there. We'll definitely take the hatchet, the rope, the firewood, and the kindling. Alright, and now what we're going to need is, because you can't just drag that box on its own. If I click on it, I just take stuff out. There's no way to grab it, but if I grab this and I attach it to the box, I can now grab the box and go through this door down here that the tutorial doesn't tell you about. What are you doing down here? Go back up and light the torch. It says torch on the front. I don't think so. This hallway explains a few more things. It is optional and won't help you pass the tutorial. Yes, but what it will do is let me escape the tutorial. Say curse Sally Jones to spend your only curse token and add Sally to your personal curse list. So this right here is a curse marker. You get one of those, I think it's something like every 15 minutes, don't quote me on that. When you spend it, your curse token is restored after 15 minutes, so there you go. It appears near your temp meter. Hopefully I'm not covering it, but it's down here under me. Looks like a little fish. Alright, players on your curse list cannot be born near you in future lives. Say, I forgive Sally Jones to forgive, making redemption possible. So this is all of the hints you get for this advanced tutorial portion. But lucky for you, I know exactly what to do. So what we're going to start with is by making one of those sharp stones. This is probably one of the most used items in the game. And I'm first going to use it to break anything in here that requires a sharp stone, including these long shafts. I probably won't need them all. In fact, I'll probably turn some of them into kindling. But like I said, I like to just get it out of the way right off the bat so I don't have to do it later. Because in the state they're in right now, I can use them as a straight long shaft, or just break them and make them into kindling. And then I know I'm going to need one of them to be one of those for sure. And then come back over here. I'm going to grab my Sharpie. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to grab a flint. And I know already right off the bat, I know I'm going to need 2 tongs. One I'm going to turn into a bellows, and one I'm going to turn into a tongs, just leave them the way they are. Alright, I'm going to make kindling. With one of these, I'm going to make a smooth curved, small curved shaft. And with that, you can make a bow. We're going to use this shortly, trust me, this too. Okay, with that curved bow, we're going to make one of these and one of these, and this is how you make fire in the game. But before we make fire, we need something to actually cook. So that's what the burdock root is for. You throw that there, you take your Sharpie, and you hit that right there. And you're probably wondering, oh, what are you going to do with that? Well, I'm going to grab one of these. I'm going to make a steak. Steaks, not steak. We're not eating it. You're going to hit it 2 more times to make steaks. And you're going to attach the rope to it. Attach the rope to the steaks. And now you have yourself a snare. The purpose of the snare, catch rabbits. We're going to catch all 3 of these rabbits, well, mostly to eat, but we need one of them, at least one of them we're going to turn into something. So you grab this right here. This is actually rabbit bait. So we bait the trap, soon we'll catch that. We'll give it a second. We're going to go ahead and clean up here a little bit. We're going to go ahead and put that there. We're going to grab this stuff, clean it up here. You already told me that. Thank you for letting me know again. Okay. I know there are 6 of these iron ingots. I'll go over how to gather those later. They're normally not just lying around. Alright, gonna get this iron so I'm not hungry anymore. And the rabbit should be ready. Okay, when it looks like that, you can pull the rabbit off. Grab the snare, put it on the rabbit. Grab the flat rock, bait the rabbit, put this down, wait for that to catch, and I'm gonna use my Sharpie to go ahead and break all of these. Oh, the rabbit will be ready soon. Boom, 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 boom. We'll go ahead and eat this onion so it's nice and full. So we're going to take these reeds over here, we're going to throw them right on the ground. Actually, probably going to swap them. Yeah, I kind of like that. No. I like having space behind it, so yeah, we'll put it right there. Right over here, this is clay. You do a ton of stuff with clay. Primarily what we're going to do right now, we're going to combine it with the reed. We're going to take our round boy over here. We're going to smack it. And we're working on making ourselves a kiln. Take one more of these. Combine it with one of these. Oh, won't let me. Put that back in the box. Combine it. Throw it on our kiln base. There you go. Well, technically this right here is an oven, but we don't need an oven. We're not going to be doing much cooking. We're mostly just trying to escape the tutorial. So I just don't want to be in here anymore. I want to escape. There you go. And that is a complete kiln. But if we want to make charcoal, we need one more piece. I'm going to go ahead and eat this out. Stay nice and full. We need this reed right here. I'm going to combine this reed with one more piece of clay. So you'll see what this is used for in a moment. I want to make both of my kilns before I do that. We're going to go ahead and grab the rest of this milkweed. I know I'm going to need a thread, so I'm actually going to not turn that into a rope. I'm just going to leave it off here to the side. Come down here. I'm going to grab my next rabbit. I'm holding the space bar, like it said, to hold the camera. Alright, bait. Throw this over here. I'm going to go find my Sharpie. Where did that go? Yeah, I threw it on the ground over here. Okay. And then I'm going to break this and this. We're going to use these to cook the rabbit. Alright, so grab this. So the first one's going to go here, the next one's going to go right next to it. You'll see why I like to have two in a moment here, but I can kind of tell you while I'm working on it. One of them is going to be used to make charcoal, while the other one is used to make iron into steel, which we're going to use to escape the tutorial. Alright, come over here, grab the clay, put that there, one more, and bada boom, bada bang. And I'll probably use both of them to make charcoal at first, just because you can't really use the furnace without charcoal, so there's no point in having a furnace right now. There we go, grab a little more, and bam. Okay, so these two are ready to make charcoal. But there's something else I want to do here real quick. Eat this. But also, we're going to grab a basket. Let's go grab a basket. That'll actually help a little bit. When I say grab a basket, I mean make a basket. So we're going to come right over here. We're going to hit that, and that. And we're going to combine these two. Grab a basket, put our Sharpie in it. We'll grab these two burdock. I think the burdock give you a little more pips than carrot. Grab the basket. I'm not reading these because I read them earlier. Okay, good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a fire. I know, exciting, right? So we're going to put these tongs right here for using later. And we're going to kind of clean up our space a little bit. A lot of this game is item management because it gets real messy. So we're going to come over here. I like to make my fire kind of near these two trees because you can get the two things you need to make fire with those. First, let's clear out all of these. Back in the day, if you broke these milkweed while they were fruiting like that, it would take you like 10 minutes to for it to go away. But now you can grab a stone and smash the debris, so you don't have to worry about it. It's going to make it disappear much faster. I think it only works on the fruiting. Yeah, just the fruiting. The other one goes away pretty quick too, though. Grab these. Gonna have to smash those too now. That. And then that one. Combine the threads. Make rope. Put these two with the lasso. Throw it off to the side. Okay, let's go ahead and turn some of these into kindling. Okay, I already know I don't really need that one. We'll save one of those. One of each, basically. Okay, now I'll make a nice little stack of kindling. Oh, that's one useful tip. Those curved ones, you can stack them together and then carry as an item. You can do the same with these long ones, but you have to make them straight shafts, kind of clean them up first. Both of them, when they're stacked like that, will not stack again. So it's something to keep in mind. Alright, almost done here. I'm pretty sure these will disappear. Let me see. 1 minute. It'll turn into a milkweed stump, and a milkweed stump will disappear in 1 minute. So these stumps will disappear in about a minute. Okay, we got this stone. Grab the rest of this kindling. We're going to be using this kindling to make charcoal. So we should probably actually put a lot closer to the kilns. I am 41. I have 19 minutes to escape. I really need to hurry, actually. I'm going a little too slow. I need to hurry up. My character's walking much slower than normal. I think it has something to do with recording while I play. What are you going to do? I should be alright, though. I think I'm going to beat this. Either way. Almost done. Like I said earlier, it's all about item management. So from the juniper tree, you're going to grab some, what's it, tinder? Yeah, tinder. And then from this one here, this tree, you're going to grab a leaf. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this one here. You can put it anywhere, but somewhere you want it close to both of these. You're going to bow staff it to make a little ember, and then you're going to grab this leaf, and that carries the ember onto the tinder. And you don't need this anymore. That'll disappear in a moment. Grab the kindling. Once it turns into low fire, you make a big fire. Now we're going to come over here, grab the firewood, and throw it on, and we will get ourselves a nice large fire for the next 3 minutes. And now we're going to come over here, light that, and make some charcoal. Before I do this one over here, though, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to grab some of this. I'm going to grab the burdock root that we took for earlier. That. Eat one more. You can actually grab this here, and then I'm going to come down here and grab this, kind of streamline it a little. And then 1, 2, 3. And what we want is 7, and I'll show you why in a second. So 1, you want them spread out, because basically what we're going to do right now is we're going to make some pottery. Pottery is used for many things, but right now it's going to be used to help us make steel. Well, technically to help us make iron, but we're going to turn that iron into steel so we can escape the tutorial. Alright, almost done. It's weird, it's like the game gives you almost exactly what you need, or exactly what you need to escape. Alright, there you go. You can actually make 2 of these, but I only need 1, so I'm just going to throw this off to the side. We're going to grab our last rabbit. The rabbits, you can't eat them like this, you have to skin them. You skin them with a flint. There we go, skinned. And then you grab their fur. We're going to take this last one and we're going to cut it up. I can't do anything with it yet, we have to cook the rabbits first. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab some kindling, throw it over here, and we're going to light it on fire. We do not want to make this one a big fire. That one we want to go out, because you need coals to cook these. It's very important. If you try to cook a rabbit on that fire, it will turn into burnt rabbit. You can't eat it. You think you can turn it into compost, but that's all you can do with it. And we definitely want to eat these rabbits because we're already starting to get hungry. And we haven't eaten rabbit before, so you know what that means? It's a yum. Okay, so we're going to take all 3 rabbits over here. Now, not only do we want to eat the rabbits, we need something from inside the rabbits, and I will show that to you as soon as I acquire it. Oh, we got ourselves a carrot. We'll eat that too. Still a little hungry down here. I got this. So what we got going on right now, we got this thread down here next to these 3, this cut up rabbit fur and these tongs. We're going to combine those into something. Just a minute. Alright, it went out as you can see here. So we're going to grab our weak skewer. I'm going to grab this rabbit here, and we're going to cook it. I'm going to cook all of them, because that'll probably be what keeps us fed for the rest of our time here. I'm going to throw that off to the side. We're not going to need it for the rest of our time here. I'm going to go ahead and eat this rabbit. You can see it's a yum food. I actually can't eat it now. I kind of screwed up by eating that carrot, but it's okay. We're losing food bonus pretty quick. Soon we'll lose pips. As soon as this one down here is not black anymore, I can eat the rabbit, and then what I want from inside of it is its bones. I know that sounds creepy, but it's kind of important. The bones is how I'm going to make a needle. I'm going to use the needle on the thread. I'm going to use that thread and needle to sew up those rabbit furs. We need it for something very important. You'll see in just a moment. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. If I get away from this fire, I'll actually... There you go. Alright, so should be able to eat this. Get a nice little bonus. 15. Very nice. So we're going to take apart this rabbit. I only need 1. You can turn all 3 into needles, but they're not needles yet. They'll disappear very quickly when they're just bones. So remember that. I'm going to come over here and we're going to take a flint. We're going to take the flint to the bone, make ourselves a needle. I take that needle and we're going to hit the thread. If you hit the needle with the thread, you hold it. If you hit the thread to the needle, it does the same thing, but it stays on the ground. So we're going to go ahead and sew that up. Very nice. And we're going to grab it We're going to attach it to these wooden tongs, and we almost have ourselves a bellow. We just need a nozzle. And you're going to be asked, how are you going to get a nozzle? Well, that's what this is. If you recall, I used the skewer that we used to cook the rabbit. On one of these, it makes a nozzle. Technically, you can make two. Now, before we go any further, I need to make some pottery. So I'm going to grab my little round stone over here. Smack, smack. 2 smacks makes a plate. 1 smack makes a bowl. That is plenty to do what we need to do. So we're going to come over here and we're going to grab some wood. And making pottery is actually the first step in making charcoal. So before we make charcoal, we're going to make some pottery, and then we are going to try to do it quickly so that we can also make charcoal. So here you go. I'm going to light this, quickly grab my tongs, pick this up. Don't be embarrassed if the first time you mess up. It's very common to misclick at first. You get the hang of it. This is probably one of the most stressful parts of the game because you don't have a lot of time. You only have about 20 seconds before this burns out. If it burns out before you're done, you just gotta start it all over again and possibly make a new fire. So there you go, we did it. We made ourselves some pottery and charcoal, because that's making charcoal right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this off of here, and we're going to take our nozzle over here, and that's right, we're gonna attach it to that bellows down there, and now we have an actual bellows. So we take the completed bellows and we put it on this kiln. With charcoal, it is now a forge. Okay. Once this is done, what we're going to do is we're going to take this out of the way and we're going to set these rocks down here. And what these are for is when we heat up the iron ore, we're going to smack it with a round rock. It's going to make iron. But you can't really do much with it. You can do stuff with iron, but at this stage, we want steel. So we're going to actually take this charcoal right here. We're going to throw it on the ground. There you go. Throw that charcoal on the ground, because actually you combine iron with charcoal makes steel. But we have to turn, not iron ore, iron. So you might wonder, how do you get iron? I'm going to show you. I need a fire to do that though. Alright, so we're going to take these tongs over here. We're going to put that there. Kind of, anytime you do anything like this, cooking or smithing, you want the area prepped, because you only get about 20 seconds with this thing, so you want to make sure everything is just right. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all 6 of these right here. I'm going to use that freeze camera action thing to make this go nice and fast. Alright, and now we're going to light our match. Come over here. Oh, I forgot my round stone. I'm going to throw this down right here. And grab my round stone. See what I mean? Like if I was already lit, like I'd be like losing my mind right now. Alright, so I'm all set. Do everything real fast. So here we go. Like that. Here. Light one up. Throw it down. I have a few seconds before that isn't red anymore, so I need to hurry. Come up here. Smack, smack, smack. Throw this here. Throw that in the bowl. Throw that in the bowl. Throw that in the bowl. Grab my tongs. Might be able to get all 3 of these. We'll see what kind of mistake there. Okay. One more. Oh yeah, that was pretty good. I'm gonna get all 3, I think. Yes, sir. There you go. So see, I've been doing this a while, and even I came close to not doing it. So really, don't stress out. It's very important. Like, you're gonna learn. The more you play, the better you're gonna get. Don't stress out if you even just get all 3 of those turned into iron, and you don't even get them in the bowls. You're ahead of the curve. Like it's very tricky. All the clicking, and the key is to set up your workspace. If your workspace is set up, you're gonna have a much easier time. So now what do we do down here? I put plates on top of all these bowls. The bowls are full of charcoal and iron, and now they're unforged sealed steel crucibles. So much like before, I'm going to have to use the forge to turn those into steel. So here we go. I'm making myself some charcoal. Half of this game is just making charcoal over and over. Here you go. Please forgive me if I don't explain stuff quite as much right now, because I'm actually 52 years old. I only have 8 minutes before I die, and I have not escaped the tutorial yet. I said I would, so I need to. So here you go. We're going to get ourselves, we're going to kind of streamline this a little bit. I'm going to grab my Sharpie. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab one of these. I'm kind of prepping because I know what happens next. You may not, but I know exactly what is going to happen next. Take this, throw that there, put that there. I actually want to be able to do one of these steals before it goes out. That would be ideal. There we go. Grab it out of there. Come back over here. Grab it. Because the only thing I can make right now is the head of a hammer. And that is only good for making other tools. We cannot escape the tutorial yet with just that. And that is also why I made this other thing of charcoal. Put this down. I think right after this I should be able to escape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this steel hammerhead, I'm going to attach it to this short staff, and now I have myself a smithing hammer. So this time I should be able to make some actual tools with that hammer. I hope I'm not going too fast for you guys here. I only have about 6.5 minutes before I die. Because again, you only get 60 seconds, and we didn't start as a baby in the tutorial. No. We started about 15, so I actually had about 45 minutes of life in this game. I'm just kind of clearing my workspace, like I said before. It's very important. Now, they give you a lot of stuff to play around with, but all I actually need, I don't even know I need this. I only need to make one tool to escape the tutorial right now. A lot of people do not know that. They make you think you need the axe and the shovel to axe down this tree and get out, but actually there's another tool that's much faster at escaping. Here you go. Are you ready? Let me show you. I'm going to get my hammer all lined up. Come over here. I'm going to light that. Grab my steel. Throw it down. Grab the hammer, and every time you hit it, it makes a new tool. So you can see I went from the axe to the hoe, to the chisel, to the adze, however you say it, to the froe, to the steel file, to the steel blade, to the shovel, to the pickaxe. And the pickaxe is actually how we're going to escape this without having to make a single other tool. And I know what you're thinking. That's how you. What are you going to do with that? I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to take that. The nice thing at this point, you don't have to attach any rope to it, because getting rope is usually a big pain in the butt. See how old I'm getting? Alright, I'm just going to attach it straight to this long shaft right here, and I'm actually going to eat a little bit, because this is what's called hunger work. There's some things in the game that you can only do if you have enough pips, because it's going to cost me food to do it. So I'm going to take this pickaxe right here, and I'm actually just going to do it right here next to the tree. Because they give you all that iron so that if you want, you can chop down this tree, dig out this stump, and escape the tutorial. But you see this adobe wall right here? Ka-chow. We are out. We are free. We're going to roam the savannah. Getting ourselves a celebratory onion. Oh, delicious. We made it right at the end of our life. 55.2. Right at the end of our life. We're free. Let's go see what's down here. Look, what should we do now? We got some. Oh my goodness! It's the Matrix. This is someone else's tutorial. I'm pretty sure that if it's already here, it means that they've already escaped their tutorial. So I don't think we're ruining anything by coming in here. But technically, if we wanted to, we could go and get ourselves some more iron and make all the tools if we wanted to. I've actually done that before just to practice. But I think we're done here. I did what I said I was going to do. I escaped the tutorial. I hope you had a good time watching me. This is the first video I've ever made. Thank you for joining me. Next up, after we complete this tutorial, what we're going to do is go into kind of an advanced tutorial. More advanced than what I just showed you. That was the secret tutorial. The next one's not a secret. What it is you survive on your own from 15 to dying of old age. But they don't give you all the tips and the hints and the the items, and you just kind of it would basically be like if you're an Eve in the real game. And what's an Eve, you may ask? Well, that's the player that starts a civilization. If somebody has to start it, you can't. I mean, what came first, the Eve or the baby? Well, I'll tell you, the Eve came first. So that's gonna do it. There's really not much more for me to do. I guess I can go get eaten by a rattlesnake. Hopefully I lit the torch in the last one. I can't remember. But that's important. If you want to escape the tutorial, you have to light one of those torches. Now, if by some chance you find yourself in the tutorial by accident, you already completed it, there is a torch right at the beginning. You might remember they talked about how if you wanted to escape the tutorial, just go through the door at the beginning. I know it's been a while since then, but they did say it. Yeah, you can just go through that door. Same setup. They got the, and you don't even have to make a hatchet. There's already kindling ready for you. But I have to make a hatchet because I didn't bring mine with me. Alright, there you go. Gotta grab the rope, attach it to the short staff, attach this, make myself some kindling. I just realized I forgot to make a straight shaft. Oh good, they give you two. Okay. Like this. Light the torch just in case I forgot to do it. And then we're going to come in here. And with my mod, you can actually turn off this red stuff. So this is probably what it would look like for you guys if you're not using the mod. And I'm going to get eaten by a snake. I know, it's very sad, but I still have like a minute and a half left, and I don't want to just sit here. So that's actually something important to tell you too. You can hear that music playing. A lot of people think that when they hear the music playing, they're gonna die and might as well just give up and sit there until you die. You still got like 2.5 minutes. You can do a lot with 2.5 minutes. Or you can die by a rattlesnake. I hope you really enjoyed that with me. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I will see you in the advanced tutorial. This is RoosterBrewster Plays 1 Hour 1 Life.